How far up the mountain are we?
Limbus Company.
So we have finally reached it. The peak.
Limbus Company, a game with a vast written world containing terrifying and gory concepts, with a community whose sole coping mechanism is creating absurdly and stupid nonsensical brain rot. Limbus Company is a Korean game made by an indie studio called Project Moo by the director Kim Ji-hoon. The game is a sequel to the past games of Project Moon titled Lobotomy Corporation and Library of Arena. The game is a visual novel, turn-based strategy and a gacha game, although unique in both of those last categories. Limbus Company is about you waking up in a dark forest with a clock on your head, surrounded by a Sigma Alpha pack of people that are about to kill you. But worry not, as your saviors, the LCB arrive just in time to save you from this predicament. And they all immediately proceed to die. But luckily, a depressed man comes to the rescue and absolutely bodies all of the enemies and tells you to bring back the people who have just died. And you find out you have the ability to bring back your team from the dead. Also, your name is Dante. You are now assigned as the manager of the LCB, making you the commander of your team, called the Sinners. And your job is to collect glowing yellow sticks for the company with the guidance of your guide Virgilius, and you are not given permission to refuse. The gameplay of Limbus Company is quite unique. It starts with teaching you a bunch of mechanics and controls that you will not be using because you will be clicking win rate throughout the entire game and never read the tutorial. All up until you begin facing some difficult bosses. As said before, the game is turn-based. Each sinner has 3 skills and 1 defensive skill, which are randomly given at the bottom of the screen, where you can then choose one of the 2 skills to use for this turn for the selected sinner. There's also a lot of other important mechanics like sanity, ego, corrosion, resonance, status effects, passives, and more you don't have to overwhelm yourself with at the start of the game. But one of the most important mechanics is clashing. Every skill in the game has a coin. A coin can either land heads or tails based on your sanity. The more sanity you have, the more likely you are to land heads, and less sanity means you're more likely to land tails. The standard is usually that heads is good, but some units benefit from tails instead. In clashing, whoever has the highest clash power wins the clash. Skills have a base clash power, and either get or lose clash power based on their coins. The amount of coins a unit has also determines how many times they can clash with their opponent. Each clash makes you lose a coin, and once you're out of coins you lose the clash entirely. Is what I would say if unbreakable coin. Coming from my heart alone, Limbus Company is a very great game. I've even went ahead and asked some few interview questions to a few fans of Limbus Company, so that you need not take my place for the game, but other people's too. The first question being, what is your opinion on the game Limbus Company? In which the answers were very positive feedback, especially on the storyline and writing of the game. The second question was, what is your opinion on the music producers of Limbus Company? And I just have to say, Limbus Company has one of the best game soundtracks I have ever heard. And that is something they definitely agree with. Being both fans of Studio IM and Millie, which some may be familiar with, that produces the music of the final bosses for Limbus Company. And for the third question I asked, what do you personally think the age rating for Limbus Company should be? Which most answered should be 13+, which is a bit surprising, but in my opinion should be rated 16+ because of the gruesome concepts Limbus Company has. And the final question was, what are your thoughts on the setting of Limbus Company? And everybody agrees that the city is a very grim setting, which I am a pretty big fan of myself. And that concludes the entire video I will be using for my exam. I have never spoken this much in my life, and my mouth is incredibly dry now. I hope you all enjoyed this bad excuse for a video, and have a nice rest of your day.